Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening. You are watching Nub's Collection, a YouTube series dedicated to the cataloging and review of every game of my physical media collection. As always, I am your host, Victory Nub, and today we are looking at Jurassic Park, developed by Ocean of America, published by Ocean Software, and released in the United States in October of 1993. So this game was based on a 1993 film that you might have heard of, Jurassic Park, which itself was based on a 1990 novel by Michael Crichton that you might have heard of, Jurassic Park. The story, for those of you living in a fallout shelter for the last 75 years somehow, follows a team comprised of a paleontologist, Alan Grant, a paleobotanist, Ellie Sattler, and a mathematician/chaotician, Ian Malcolm, as they arrive at an island off the coast of Costa Rica, now owned by eccentric billionaire John Hammond. John Hammond invites the scientists there to evaluate a new theme park and provide their individual endorsements. After the initial awe of discovering that the theme park was in fact inhabited by living, breathing dinosaurs, and a brief tour of the labs in which the dinosaur DNA is extracted, edited, and used to fertilize eggs, the scientists begin to pick apart the ethical ramifications of bringing an extinct species back to life. Hammond is dumbstruck by the lack of enthusiasm for his endeavor and presses for the group to go on the main tour and see it firsthand before making any conclusions. The group is accompanied by Hammond's own grandchildren, Tim and Lex. While the tour is proceeding, a disgruntled programmer named Dennis Nedry enacts a plan to sabotage the island's power grid in order to access the frozen dinosaur embryos in storage and sell them to rival corporate entity Biosyn. The power cuts out just as the main group is passing the Tyrannosaurus Rex paddock, and the T-Rex breaks free of his enclosure. The rest of the story revolves around Dr. Grant's efforts to make his way across the island back to the visitor center, as the movie shows, along with Tim and Lex, while Dr. Sattler attempts to restore power to the island while defending the visitor center. This is kind of where the story of the game picks up. Not quite, but it's very loosely told. There are some notable embellishments. The game actually incorporates elements of the novel, such as a mission in which Grant must prevent the departure of a supply ship to the mainland, as dinosaurs have made their way onto the ship. The film also follows the plot of the novel to an extent. The notable differences include the fact that Ellie Sattler is a grad student and in a relationship with Dr. Grant, her professor. Ew. Tim is older than Lex in the book, and he happens to be the computer expert between the two of them. In the novel, Lex is noticeably more of a nuisance than she was in the film. There's an extended sequence involving Grant and the kids on an inflatable raft, narrowly evading the pursuit of the T-Rex in two very intense sequences in the novel, one involving them trying to get the raft and sneak away from a sleeping T-Rex, and unfortunately Lex wakes it up because she starts choking on something that got caught in her throat, and then another sequence where they think they're finally free of any kind of attack by dinosaurs and floating down a heavily canopied section of the river, and then the T-Rex just kind of pokes its head through the canopy and starts gnashing its jaw at them, trying to eat them. There was a segment including the planting and detonation of explosives to wipe out clutches of raptor eggs that were discovered on the island. In the novel, Ian Malcolm succumbs to his injuries and dies in the epilogue. This was obviously a retcon situation because in the sequel novel that Michael Crichton wrote, Ian Malcolm is very much alive. And perhaps more notable than anything else, in the novel, John Hammond is far more greedy and unlikable, and ultimately he meets his demise at the hand of a pack of compies. They gnaw at him until he starts getting affected by this fabricated anesthetic effect that apparently their saliva has, and he just kind of stops trying to get away from them, and they eat them to pieces, basically. Ocean Software paid an undisclosed six-figure sum in order to secure the license to develop the game based on the film. As such, they devoted more developers to this project than any other game up to that point, including the game that we literally just looked at last week for Rental Regrets, The Addams Family. The team was provided access to film stills and storyboards and included digitized likenesses of the characters from the film, as well as a dinosaur image. Now, I don't remember which one it is. We might see it during the gameplay today. The gameplay is notable for making use of Mode 7 effects and texture mapping to replicate the 3D effects normally only achievable with a Super FX chip. However, they did not actually use it in this cartridge, to my knowledge. I might be wrong on that. The music and sound effects were also mastered in surround sound, specifically Dolby Pro Logic, which was a rarity in the days of the Super Nintendo. That's all the notes I had. Let's go ahead and get the game started. We're not going to do the story setup from the instruction manual. I literally just read you the first half of the plot. Now, one of the things that we are going to notice as we get started in the game here today, you can see that there is a cursor that you can move around with the D-pad, and there is a very important reason for that, which we will explore once we get to a segment where we can actually use it. Yes, I do know that the game is glitching a little bit. I don't know if this is because the Retron wasn't designed to use this particular cart, or there's some other issue that we're encountering, but the game did play as it was supposed to when I did initial testing, so I think we're going to be all right today. So, a common refrain for most of the games we look at as part of this channel, I've never actually beaten this one. Unfortunately, it's one of those games that they made it a little bit too obtuse, and I think I'm already going to have to put this weapon down. I need my cattle prod to advance. Let's give us a chance to listen to that sick soundtrack. Can you hear that? I don't think I can change my equipment. I have to stick with the shotgun. I might be able to just get this door to open with a couple shotgun blasts, as dumb as that sounds. That shouldn't work. Whatever. Yeah, so one of the big mistakes they made in the development of this game is the fact that there is no save menu. You cannot save your game in the game with like a battery backup, and there is no password. This is a very long game. I know, I have tried many times to try to beat it and have never been successful. And unfortunately, we're not going to get anywhere close to finishing it today. I think a complete playthrough is somewhere in the 8 to 10 hour range, unless you are really, really good. All right, so one of the things that we wanted to explore today, and a beautiful addition to the game that we will get to play with a little bit as we explore more games on the Super Nintendo. This is one of many games that came out, not a huge number, but about, I'd say, 50 or so games that came out on the Super Nintendo that make use of the SNES mouse. So we're going to do a new segment that I had cooked up, a little harebrained scheme I had, for a segment that we're going to be calling Can It Mouse. Can it mouse? Can it mouse? Can it mouse this game? All right, so I have my Super Nintendo mouse, or SNES mouse, plugged in. This is, I accidentally walked out of the building. Yeah, it works. So it turns out the Retron 5, or Retron class of consoles does actually have a mouse that you can purchase, and I did pick one up specifically so we could look at the games that did come out on the Super Nintendo that make use of the mouse. There is no looking up or down when you get inside of buildings in this game, and this is where the big technical prowess of the 3D modeling comes into play, because they did texture mapping, as you can see here, and then the ground is done in Mode 7. You can move forwards and backwards with the mouse, and you can turn left and right. Now, I remember when I was playing this game initially, I never had a Super Nintendo mouse, and when I would get to this part of the game, I would have to try to wander around the environment with just the D-pad, and let me tell you, it sucks. It's not easy to do. So we're going to try to make some progress here today. The good news is, let's see if I can nail him. I missed. No, I didn't. He's down. That is the slowest shotgun shell in the history, man. The good news is if you want to use the mouse just to move the cursor left and right and the D-pad, you can do the D-pad to move up and down and the mouse to move left and right. I think it does make it a little bit easier. Oh, no, no, no. No, you need to stay asleep. Get out of here. I thought they stayed down. Get him. Oh, dodged it. I think if the one fell asleep and got back up, that means the other one's going to fall asleep and get back up as well. I better get out of here. So again, there are objectives that you have to complete while you're playing this game. They're usually given by mission. Where are you? No. Stay back. Stay back, I say. Got him. So in this game, they're notably more interested in just getting rid of the dinosaurs than tranquilizing them. That was a big thing in the novel for some reason. They were worried about keeping the animals alive. All except the raptors. The raptors, no, they wanted to kill them. Got him. Okay, I don't have night vision goggles, so that's going to be a problem. You have found rocket launcher ammunition. I can speak. Access denied. I don't have John Hammond's ID card. And yes, you can hear certain dinosaurs in the building before you open the door, so kind of give you a little hint about what you're about to face. Got the raptor, and then all the way at the end there is a Dilophosaurus. Got him. They have several weapons in this game to choose from. They have the shotguns, as well as a bolo that explodes when it hits the dinosaur that you're aiming at, and the gas canisters, which I would rather not have if I could help it, but we use what we have with us. Refrigerator! Hey! You jerk. Alright, got the health and the rocket launcher. I mean, it controls alright. There's nothing inside the furniture in this game. There's no finding secret items. I believe if you go into the elevator there, you can go up to the second floor, but we should probably poke around a little on the outside map. Dr. Grant, do not shoot the Gallimimus. They may stampede. So I think you'll see some messages pop up periodically as you're playing the game. Look at those ups. Oh, I think they're stampeding anyway. So one of the missions that you have to do in the game is you have to actually restart the power to the island, which you do at the visitor center, but obviously they said I needed to have Hammond's ID card, which I think we find out in the jungle somewhere. I think we can jump this. We gotta be careful out in the jungle here because there are some pretty dangerous creatures out here. Yep, there we go. No! Fall asleep, you jerk. Alright, we're good. Probably should have just killed them. Oh, no you don't. Oh, no you don't. Get! Ow! I know the card's out here somewhere. I remember that much about the game. I don't remember a ton about the game, but I remember that. Nope, I shouldn't have wasted that. I don't care, I don't really want this weapon to begin with. Whee! Oh! Alright, so we also need to pick up raptor eggs. Alright, get out of the way. I can't see the screen. Thank you. Run away! I really do like the soundtrack in this game. It's pretty amazing. So if you get nailed by the Dilophosaur spit, he actually will start just kind of wandering aimlessly. Oh, nope. Get him. No, get him. I gotta be careful. Somewhere out here is the T-Rex. Nope. Dang it. Where'd you go? I think we're here at the... Oh, I need this bad. Get it up. Yeah. I think the items are a one-time pickup if you actually... Oh. Gotcha. If you pick up an item, it does not respawn on the map. So it's kind of... You pick it up and it's gone forever. Except for the ammo. The ammo, for some reason, you actually swap on the ground if you already have something in that particular item slot. Damn it. Get him. Get out of here. Definitely want that. Oh. Get him. More ammo, good. You see the Triceratops run like crazy. Well, we'll see. Ow! You little bastard. So we hadn't really gone over this yet. Thank you. I didn't want the gas grenades to begin with. When I was a kid, Jurassic Park was my favorite movie of all time. I think a lot of kids would have said that if they were big fans of, you know, dinosaur type stuff. When I was a kid growing up, I used to love dinosaurs. It was one of my favorite things ever. I had lots of books, magazines. Uh-oh. Woo! Had the toys, my favorite toy ever. I think we've talked about this in the past. It was a Godzilla figure that I used to have. I know technically he's not a dinosaur, but, you know, kids are dumb. I went and saw the movie because my, I would say I actually started reading the novel before I actually saw the movie. This was something that my dad thought I would enjoy, so he gave me the novel to read, and I found it very interesting. And then the movie came out, and let me tell you, one of the things that a lot of teachers or professors or whatever would say about the movie was that it drove a blossoming interest in the field of paleontology for a lot of people. People that didn't actually necessarily care about the study before the movie came out became enamored with it afterwards. I was the exact opposite. When the movie came out, it kind of made me think that there was no point in doing paleontology because, look, they can just make dinosaurs with computers. So why study about dinosaurs in the ground? It's a waste of my time. It actually turned me off to the idea of learning about dinosaurs as a profession. Which is a shame, because I think I probably would have made a great paleontologist if I had ever followed up on it. Then again, I also found out that most of them work on grant money, and they don't make very much money at all, and it was like, well, I like video games, and video games are expensive, so... Oh, I missed! Below. Oh, come on! I'm just wasting ammo. Gotcha. Get that food. Nummy. Oh, yeah, we gotta switch to the mouse here. We got the mouse. Gotta use the mouse. I will say that the ammo is maybe too slow. There we go. Like, obnoxiously slow. Come on. I got competing inputs here. I was pressing left on the, pulling left on the mouse and then pressing right on the D-pad. The game didn't know what to do. This is also one of those games that I was just super eager to play as soon as I had set up my stereo, which we talked about in the episode for Star Fox. when I had learned from, I think we just found one of the ID cards. Cool. We probably needed that. When I read the article in Nintendo Power about setting up your Super Nintendo to take use of the multi-out, you know, the fact that it would, instead of just doing an RF adapter to connect to your TV, you could actually use the composite cables, which had, you know, a separate signal for left channel audio, right channel audio, as well as a separate channel for video. And this was one of those, oh, come on. Oh, you jerk. Haha. All right, get in. Damn it. He still got me. I got tons of rockets. Something spit at me. I don't know where. Back this way. I'm going to apologize in advance. It is a little squirrely moving around with the mouse and the D-pad at the same time. It's taking a little work to get used to it. Alright, so we made it all the way around the outside of the building. Let's go to the center, because there's got to be something here. Including a dinosaur that's spitting at me. You'd have 4 lives. I don't know what happens if you run out. I don't know if the game just ends. Anyway, you would think that a movie that was as impactful and memorable as Jurassic Park would have encouraged me to pursue a career studying dinosaurs that I had already had a passion for, and it turns out it had the exact opposite effect. I just, like, I lost all interest in doing it because I was like, well, I'm not going to waste my time. You can make these things with dinosaurs, or with computers. Just a waste of energy. Uh-oh. Alright, so let's get this lined up. Gotcha. Not the easiest thing in the world to shoot enemies on the Super Nintendo in, you know, a first-person view. We do need to get to this. I hope I can do it with Dennis Nedry's card. BIOS load, message, error, main system down, action, turn on generator before trying to reboot system. Message ends. Oh yeah, well... I'm going to summon the Dark Lord! Nope. Nice little detail in the background, or at least they tried to do this. What you're seeing on the screen is supposed to be a representation of a fractal. One of the big elements that they included in the novel was that as a chaotician, Ian Malcolm was a fan of creating fractals, or fractals were basically a representation of a model of chaos where these mathematical variances in data would form these really weird, complex images. And he used Crichton used the image of a fractal slowly but surely growing and becoming more and more complex to mark new chapters in the novel. So that's kind of what this weird image in the background is, this green thing. I'm sure I did an absolutely lousy job of describing it, but basically a fractal was meant to demonstrate chaos in math. Oh, yeah, let's use the mouse. Sorry, I was using the D-pad again. You have the mouse, you use the mouse. I have no idea if I'm going backwards or if I'm going in the right direction. Well, it would have been nice. And I have no idea what I just did. Did I just swap my weapon? I sure did. I didn't know I could do that. Unfortunately, there is no map. Or at least not one that I remember finding. There might be a map. Would have been cool if they had put one in. I think we're just retracing steps that I've already taken. Don't want that. I think I'm in the right place, though. Like the exit, if I can get through the damn door, is somewhere around here. This way. Turn. Oh, we found an elevator. And I need Donald Gennaro's ID card, Why would I need the lawyer's ID card to get anywhere on this island? That makes no sense. All right, we're out. I don't believe the mouse does anything on the overworld. It only functions if you use it while you're inside one of the buildings. Oh, look at that. All right, cool. I believe I'm in an area where the T-Rex will appear, which we'll know in a second, because I'm going to tempt fate. There he is! Ah! No! I got eaten. So apparently in the original version of the game, they did make the incident of you getting eaten by a T-Rex a little bit more gruesome. Apparently they had the sounds of bones getting crunched as he ate you, which I really wish I could have heard. And maybe a little more screaming. All right, so we made some progress, I think. Again, I don't think there's any way to check your progress in-game as far as the major missions. You get a little note every time you pick up an egg, but you can't actually look up a menu saying, hey, you have this many eggs left to pick up. This is where the Triceratops came through. Hey! Oh. No thanks, Triceratops. I'm not feeling horny today. It's a terrible pun. Do not get close to the Dilophosaurus. Their spit is deadly. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Why is he telling the paleontologist about the dinosaurs? I think he can figure it out on his own. I'm dead. Oh, those raptors suck. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. They're really deadly animals, and why the island decided, or any of the scientists on the island decided that was a good idea, just baffling. Oh, I got spit in the face again. Come on. You want some? I'll give it to you. Do a 360 no scope. All right, so I don't know what the E is. Oh, the T-Rex is back. Nope, that didn't work, and I'm dead again. I just want to get out of here. There are no fast travels as far as I know on the island. Now, this just took me in a big circle. We want to get out of here. Yeah, I just went in that circle again. I don't care where the helipad is. I don't think these do anything right now. Oh, I heard Dr. Grant. Raptors have... Well, I didn't see all of it. Can I zap it? Raptors are breeding, collect all their eggs, or they will hatch. Yeah, go away. What else do I need to do? Come on. Turn on the generator in the Nublar utility shed, which I think is right here, but we don't have the key I need. I need Gennaro's ID card for reasons. Whee! Whee! Jump through the fence! I don't know why I have to walk around the border. I mean, it's off. I literally could just pull those little wires apart and walk through! Get out of here. I need to be a little bit faster on the trigger. Yeah, okay, thanks, Tim. Go away. Cling to the wall. Stay. Hip. And I know one's coming. Where are you? There he is. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Maybe he won't see me. Okay, go away. I don't care. You're interrupting me. That would be useful information if I could take it off the screen as soon as it popped up. I don't know if I went this way before. Oh, we're gonna find out. Oh, just blow him up. Screw it. Yeah, okay, got it. Thank you. I don't know why he sounds British. I don't think he was British in the novel or in the movie. Get out of here. Probably shouldn't be using those. Pachycephalosaurus are very territorial. Stay out of their way. Well, they keep attacking me. I'm going to be territorial. I think this is another T-Rex. Or not a T-Rex, but a Triceratops range right here. Alright, we made it back to a building. Sponsored by Kenner. I wonder if Kenner had any stake in the production of this game. There's no way to tell. I don't care about the damn Gallimimuses. Are they going to kill me? Because if they are, I'm going to kill them right back. Safety is for suckers. I want to live. Alright, we're back to the visitor center. Damn you! And I think this takes you to the other side of that island. You gotta shoot the thing there to keep it open. Let's just keep exploring outside because I think there's a key somewhere out here. We may not make it that far. I got it. Interesting. So touching those, I guess, acts as like a save point. But we're right back out in the jungle next to the visitor center. South of the visitor center. Because this led right back to it, right? Yeah, this is the visitor center. Now let's go up and see what's up here. Cling to the wall. Hey, easy. I would just love a map, you know? And I know there's a map in the game. Sort of. Sort of there's a map. It involves basically... Let's see if I can hit this from here. I sure can't. And that's not going to work either. I think they want me to pick this up. Nope, not that. There we go. I don't know if it goes back over or not. Doesn't look like it. The little circle at the bottom of the menu there, the little pop-up, the HUD, that actually does start doing something of note once you turn on the power to the island. Sit down. Light up. Oh, I deflected him. I love that the dragonflies explode when you hit them. That makes no sense. Pick up some rockets again. Keep the bolos on and use the cattle prod for smaller creatures. Whoa! You're not a smaller creature. I might be able to zap him anyway. See a Triceratops. Alright, alright, alright. I got it, got it, got it, got it. Go away. We got a card. I don't know which one that was. Or was that health? That might have been health. No! I'm dead. I think it's game. That's game. Alright, let's see if I lost all my progress. No? Alright. I did get pushed all the way back to the south end of the map again. Because the game just wants me to keep doing this over and over. Yep, okay, got it. Thank you. Go away. You're not helping me, Ellie. You're actually distracting now. can't knock the soundtrack. It's amazing. It's just so, it's a toe tapping beat, you know? Even this one. Oh, let's pick up the extra ammo. Yoink. And I think I saw some more bolos over this way. Get out of here. Damn it, there's a card right there. Oh, that's so tantalizingly close and we can't get it. Uh-oh. Hip, hip. Get him! Get him! Out! Were those some panic shots? Absolutely. Do I want to die? No, I don't. Get out of here. That's why the bolo's the best, baby. I don't know if you can kill the T-Rex in this game. I thought you could kind of push him aside, but it doesn't seem to be working. All right, we're not going that way again. The Triceratops got me once. I'm not going to fall for it twice. Get back here. You want to quit pushing me? All right, we got a raptor egg. We also have a score in the bottom corner, which I have no idea what it does. Because you don't get more health, you don't get better equipment. As far as I know, the score is absolutely meaningless, and I don't know why devs still thought it was something they had to put in their games at this point. Hey. Hey, what gives? I want in. Alright. We might have to go upstairs. I was thinking the visitor center was something you had to come back to later, but maybe we have to do this. Enough with the tips, Timmy. Go away. There's a reason you weren't in the game. All right, there was a... okay, don't die. Get up! No! Oh, f*** you, Timmy. That little bastard jumps at the... Oh, don't upset the Gallimimus. Gotta shove a rocket up his ass. We want to get to the platform on the right side of the visitor center, and let's do this real quick so that we can use that as a save point. We might also go down that way and see what's in that area. I don't recall there being a ton of buildings that you could go into, just that it was really hard to make any serious progress in any of them. Come on. You're almost there. There we go. Oh, the soundtrack's getting after it here. Don't you push me in the water. Oh, we're in the water section of the map. Do not get... Okay, go away, Tim. Stop it. You're telling me the same 10 things over and over now. Not even that many, like 5. Oh, look at that jerk. Alright, can't open that one. We found another shed. Oh no, this is the raptor enclosure. Which I'm sure is completely safe to go inside. No raptors to be found. I just use a rocket to kill a creature the size of a rat. I'm a hero. Can I get inside? I can. All right, we're back to the interiors. Let's see if we can make any progress. We'll go right first. Oh, let's swap and get the timing better. gotta be kidding me. Thank you. Alright, so hitting a moving target is very difficult in this game. And look at that. This was a complete waste of my ammo. Uh-oh. Line it up. Knock him down. You can't do anything. There's no power. Eh. Yeah, I know. Okay, guys, I'm trying. I'm really trying. Satan, lend me your strength! Okay. So there was nothing to do on the first floor, because that was everything. We gotta go down, I guess. I like that they put elevator music in this game. Well, let's exit. Let's see what's in here. There's a Dilophosaurus right at... No, you don't, you jerk. All right, so you do not have a lot of time to play around. You got to get out. You do not get a chance to deliberate your actions, and I did not mean to pick that up. Damn it. Put that down. Ah, crap. All right, well, let's go back on the elevator and see if we can do anything else here. No! Stop it! Bad game. No rocket, or no shotgun shells. I want my rocket launcher. No! Get in. I want some more of those sick elevator tunes. Oh, yeah. I think we know what our bed music is for the intro of this episode. Alright, exit. Alright, don't have time to play. Fire and run! There's another one right there, isn't there? Yep, gotcha. Take that health, I gotta have it. Nope. Ah. Okay, got some more ammo. Accidentally. I'm not sure which is more explosive or damaging, the bolus or the rocket launcher. They both seem to be doing pretty good. So I don't know if I have to choose between one or the other. Alright, so let's aim for right here. Gotcha! And just run in. Nothing. Alright, so we have a shot here. I missed him, but I got the Dilophosaurus in the back. We'll aim right here. Nailed him. And I think I see a battery, right, for the night vision goggles? Aha! Cool. So now we can go into environments that are in the dark. I don't remember how long the charge lasts, if it's permanent or if you have to work fast. Gotcha. But we have the ability to check out buildings that were in the dark. Need security level 1, and I think I have to get to the computer terminal that we had seen in order to access that. So there's definitely, you know, an element of exploration to this game that's a little bit deeper than, say, the Sega Genesis version of this game. Now, we are going to look at the Sega Genesis version of this game eventually. I don't own a Sega Genesis, never did. However, I did pick up a copy for rental. Regrets, not only because I had played it at my sister's house at one point, because she did own a Sega Genesis, but also because I genuinely enjoyed the game for what it was, and I would love to see it again. So let's take a look at it, you know? Oh, so close. Let's fire here. Nailed him. Alright, so here's another door. Did we miss something on the side? Doesn't look like it. Nothing there. The raptor enclosure was this big. They'd have like room for 1,000 of them, and it didn't look that big in the novel, or in the movie. Oh yes, I'll take that and that. Good ammo and good ammo. Nice. Alright, well, let's use that. Hey! Oh no! Bad dino. So I don't see a marker telling me how long the battery's going to last for, so we should be alright. There we go. I don't know where we are. I guess we go down. And I guess we get out here. We're on sub-level 1. I don't think we had been here before, and I hear a Dilophosaurus probably right around the corner. Eat it! Alright, line it up, line it up. Fire! Too early! Too late! Nope, got him. Oh, come on, get through the door. There's going to be a couple of other games that we're going to look at that do have functionality with the SNES mouse. They're mostly going to be rental regrets episodes because I don't recall having a ton of games that use the mouse. I think we have one other in particular that I can remember. Uh-oh. I hear Dilophosaurus. But he's not here. That was a dirty trick. Alright, nothing there. God, I would love a map of this area. It doesn't help, and this is, you know, they did the best they could with what they had, but this is one of those situations where it really would have been nice if they had any kind of differentiation in the tile sets for all the rooms that you're going into. And it really, there isn't any. It's like the same 2 rooms over and over. We can go down again. Apparently the raptor pen was the largest building in the entire facility. They had 15 different levels. And we're going to get to the bottom and find Dennis Nedry's ID card, probably, which we needed to take to the other side of the island. There's a raptor on the prowl. Get him. Gotcha. And, oh, you little sneak. Thought I saw another terminal over there. I did not. I saw a door that we can open. And got you the other way. Perfectly clear. We'll go, well, let's see what's down here first. Another door. Let's go. I always prefer to trace left when I can. Is that close enough? Yes, it is. I'll swing wide, just in case there was another one here. There was not. I see him right. Come on. There. See ya. Oh, come on. I am Alan Grant. Screw you, game. You get all the way to the bottom of the raptor pens, and they're like, oh, no, you don't have your own ID card. You can't get in here. Why is any area of the island keyed for my access only? Where is the logic in that decision? Hammond, what kind of bullshit organization are you running? They have a super secret area underneath the raptor pen, and the only person who can access it is a visitor who you haven't actually earned the endorsement of yet. My card better be down here somewhere. All right, a whole lot of nothing here. Come on. Whoa! Oh, I'm just bullseyeing these guys. You see this? Good thing I used to bullseye womp rats in my T16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters. Meanwhile, the rest of the Rebel Alliance is looking at this dumbass kid talking about shooting womp rats and saying, "You've been here 5 minutes, go away." Alright, this room was a complete waste of time. Hooray! No card, no door. It's literally a dead end. I wasted ammo killing a bunch of Dilophosaurus for nothing. Sweet. Good job, devs. I mean, if you had put my card in here, that would have been a nice bonus, but no, I guess that would have been too much work. Can we put something in here useful, please? I don't care what, just something. Nope. Too much to ask for. Yeah, whatever. Alright, well, this was a complete waste of time. Okay, so I think we're going to stop right here. Because I don't know if I was making any kind of progress whatsoever. We went into the raptor pen ostensibly because it was available to go into, and we were trying to find any key that would have helped us. The only thing I found of use in here was the battery for the night vision goggles. And instead of turning around and just going to check the other parts of the park that actually had areas that you needed them in, I decided to go exploring further in the raptor pens and found nothing of use at all. So let's go ahead and do the review phase. We'll do a round of the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is the soundtrack, well, obviously not emulating the original soundtrack for the film, is surprisingly very well done. What it sounds like they did, and I don't know if this is certainly what happened, is they actually recorded a soundtrack with a synthesizer, a real synthesizer, and then probably tried to cram it down as much as they could fit onto a Super Nintendo cart, and it sounds really good. Now, I am playing with a pair of earphones here to listen to the game. I don't know if I really detected a huge response in terms of the soundtrack for the Dolby Pro Logic mix that they used. When I do use my headset here, I do turn on the 7.1 button on it to at least fake a surround sound environment. It sounded like it was okay. I mean, obviously, you're talking about a game that came out in 1993, so it wasn't exactly state-of-the-art, or wouldn't be state-of-the-art today, but at the time, I do remember it being very immersive for what it was. The environments in the game, it is a bit of a technical marvel that they created a 3D environment for you to look around in first person on a Super Nintendo cart, and it didn't look like complete butt. Now, part of that is, of course, they made the colors very diverse and dark in the environment. Now, there was only one light color or one light source in the entire environment, so of course, you're walking around and it's the same lightness everywhere you go, unless you go into a room where you had to use the night vision goggles. But it's impressive that they managed to get that into a Super Nintendo cart, along with the soundtrack and the sounds in the game. They all sounded really good for a Super Nintendo. I do like that there is a variety of different mission objectives for you to follow through on. It's not just run from, isometric point A to point B, shooting enemies, and there's really only one path to follow. And then when you get there, level over, level 2, do this thing, run from left to right or right to left, whatever. There's a large island for you to explore and different objectives. Like I said, turning the power back on, finding the raptor eggs, stopping the dinosaurs from escaping on the supply ship. Did we get to any of those things? Not really, but they're there. And I think if I had a strategy guide to help me, it probably would have made it a lot easier to figure out what I was doing in the game. As far as the one more thing for the good, the access to the night vision goggles was a neat idea. Maybe not terribly well executed because you only had like one room in this entire building that we could access, but there were rooms in other parts of the island that you could go into if you had the night vision goggles. And there was a little jump scare when we went into the one here in the raptor pen, so that was a nice little touch. As far as the bad, no map, at least not one that I found. I know they have a little heat sensor on the bottom of the screen when you're in the overworld and you're walking around in a 2D isometric plane. That isn't really a quote-unquote map, and the island is just too big to really get your bearing on where you were. I kind of knew that I went south to the utility shed, and that's where you turn the power back on. I kind of knew when I was at the visitor center, but the jungle layout was a little bit too weaving, and it wasn't all that memorable. So I had a hard time figuring out how to get through there, and a map would have been nice, but they didn't put one in the game. Second, those little messages that kept popping up on the screen were so distracting, and they happened way too much. They should not have had that show up as often as it did, and if it did, they should have made it so that you could turn it off. That was obnoxious. It would have been nice if you could actually look up your objectives in-game, and that's not an option. They just don't give you that as something that you can see. Okay, have I killed the raptor, collected the raptor eggs? No. Have I cleared out the raptor nest in whatever part of the building I have to clear out? No. Is the power back on? No. If they just gave you a list of objectives, that would have been nice. And there isn't one in the game, and that's a little bit frustrating. The controls on the overworld when you're walking around in 2D are a little bit finicky. I was having a hard time aiming at the velociraptors when they would pop out of the jungle and start attacking me. It seems like when I would try to go from facing right to facing left, the D-pad would sometimes wig out and decide I'm facing up and right or up and left or, whatever. It wouldn't face in exactly the direction I was trying to shoot, and that made it kind of hard to kill the raptors. The checkpointing in this game is not great. It seems like it's tied to those little posts that kind of stick around the map randomly, and you can use it to get your objectives. Again, even though they give you the objectives in the game by touching a post that you can randomly find laying around, why doesn't Grant just know what they are? He knows what he has to do. So why can't I just pause the game and have it pull up a list, say, here's what you got to do? Would have been nice if they had done something more like that. And the checkpointing, again, seems weird and not terribly functional, because I would touch one post and then I'd go to another post and touch that one, and it wouldn't checkpoint me at the new post, it would still checkpoint me at the old post. So that was poorly implemented. As far as the ugly, as nice as it is to have a 3D environment that you can walk around in, they're just not fun to play. You're fighting the same two largely static dinosaurs, the velociraptors and the Dilophosaurus. You'd walk into a room and they'd just be standing there like a statue, unless you got a little bit too close and then they would attack. Now, occasionally the raptors might be walking on a set path going left and right, but they just seemed a little bit too docile, probably because they knew how hard it was going to be to control the game in these 3D environments. Even with the assistance of the mouse, I felt like it was just a little bit too squirrely, and I had to really just gingerly move the mouse when I wanted to aim at a target, or do so with the D-pad as well. I'm happy that they put functionality for the mouse into the game. I think it was the right call. I think they understood at this point, and I assume this was 2-3 years after Wolfenstein 3D came out. They knew that if you wanted to have good controls in a first-person environment, the mouse was the way to go. But boy, did they not dial it in for this game. It just felt a little bit too loose, and there was no option to make the mouse more or less sensitive, or at least not one that I saw. So ugly, boring environments in the 3D environments, and really dumb animals. Also, the mouse was just not that useful. Could the game mouse? Yes. Should you use it? It's an option. I don't know if it made the game better. All right, let's go ahead and give the game a score. We do our score in Randars, 1 to 10. I'm going to give this a 6. I think there is a lot to do here, but boy, would it have really helped out the gameplay if they kind of gave you an idea where to go. And they didn't, because there was no map. You can piece it together eventually. Oh, and I missed one thing on the bad. We'll go ahead and add this in the notes that pop up on the screen. No save option. This game has too much for you to do, and you can't save your progress. If you turn the console off, that's it. There's no password. There's no save function. It's either you beat it in one sitting or it's done. And that was a really bad choice. They should have given you something, anything. A simple password would have made a world of difference in my progress in this game when I was younger. And as it is, we didn't beat it today, and I had a feeling that wasn't going to be the case because there was way too much to do, and there was no way I was going to get it all done, especially when I didn't really know where any of the important stuff was. So yeah, 6 Randars. It was a bold idea what they had. They wanted to follow loosely the structure of the movie and a little bit more the structure of the novel, where there were a bunch of things that had to be done before they left the island. It wasn't just get off the island because the dinosaurs have taken over, but they were proactive in the novel in the sense that they knew the raptors were a threat to humanity and they absolutely could not be allowed to live, so they killed all of them in the novel, or as many of them as they could find. And in this game, you tend to do that as well. I mean, not just walking around and shooting them with rockets and whatnot, but you actually have a mission where you have to wipe out raptor nests in here. As fun as it would have been if they had nailed that aspect of this, it's just too scattered and there is no direction for where you need to go, and that really hurts the gameplay. 6 Randars, great idea, poor execution. That's going to do it for this episode of Nubs Collection. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time. I'm going to summon the Dark Lord!